everybody! I'm Rishi.
I'm Nidhi.
And we are the Gadabout Pilgrims.
Feels good to say that again, no?
Yes, it feels very good to say that again.
It's been a while. Yes, we've been away, but we weren't lost.
No, not all those who wander are lost.
We were wandering.
We were wondering and we were wandering about in different worlds, but we weren't lost. Maybe we were a little lost. I know.
We're back.
But we're back. Yes, that's right.
We're back. Speaking of disappearing, do you actually remember the last time we uploaded?
No. I don't remember the last time we uploaded. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Like we took a vanvas or something like that.
Yeah, we didn't take a vanvas, but we were living in the ones. We took a city vas. And we've been living in the city just to realize we preferred the exile.
Yeah, no, we didn't exactly plan to disappear or anything like that. It wasn't dramatic or anything like that. We just realized that life was moving too fast, and then there were some other things that we needed to pay attention to. Things within ourselves.
Balance, actually. I think what we were striving for, more balance.
It became more and more difficult to strike the right balance between work and creativity and passion and just life in general. And so we decided to pause.
Take a little break from things. Yeah, that's right.
Have you, I know you have, but I'm still going to ask you anyway. Have you read this book called The Prophet by Khalil Gibran?
Oh yes, of course. Who hasn't?
There's this chapter called Reason and Passion.
Reason and passion.
Which I personally relate a lot to.
I mean,
this specific phase.
Before we go into this, I don't know if you have to take one thing away, it's like go ahead and read The Prophet, because no matter what stage of life you are in, you'll find something in that book that you need to know in that moment. It's beautiful. It speaks about all aspects of life in two pages, and no matter what point of life you're in, you can always just go into it and find something that connects to you, something that will guide you. And I remember we were reading it together, and we were like, oh yeah, we are in Asia somewhere. We've been away from home for 5-6 months. We know everything about passion and reason, so we'll read this chapter, passion and reason, just say yes, I know that. And that chapter
it starts
opened our eyes
by saying your reason and your passion are the rudder and the sails of your soul.
I think he means is that the sails have been taken by the wind, and that's what passion is, like the wind blowing, but the rudder is in your control. That's what guides your boat, and that's the reason. So without using the rudder, your ship will just go adrift into the middle of the sea wherever the wind takes you, which sounds like a fantastic plan in life, and we followed that plan for a long time.
Yeah. We were all passion and all about chasing stories and chasing sunsets.
Yeah.
But somewhere in the midst of that, we lost balance. And when there's no balance, you drift.
And same thing, of course, he goes on ahead to say that your reason alone is confining, and passion alone is a flame so powerful that it can lead to its own destruction. Without the balance between reason and passion, I think neither of them can achieve what they are meant to do.
So, well, it had become very important for us to pause, not to quit, but to rebuild, to work on ourselves, and to come back as a different person. Take the time off to study, to reflect, to
grow.
Grow,
because I think that was also, maybe Gibran didn't say it, but we felt it, but we felt a little stagnated. We are going trip after trip, destination after destination, season after season. Yeah, we saw the spring, we saw the autumn, we surfed, we dived, we did everything, but then someday I was like, now what now, Where are we going? Sure, the world we are exploring, but are we exploring ourselves?
A lot of people have been asking where we've actually been on this break, because we've been away for like 2 years or slightly more. So let's give them maybe like a little life update. You want to go first?
About my life, where I've been for 2 years. So, like we spoke earlier about how we wanted to actually go inwards and grow ourselves. So, I think for me, the biggest part I felt about lacking about myself as to become like a complete person was having some discipline in life, having like a schedule in life, because I started traveling when I was 19, and I think after the first trip I was not the same, and after that every chance I got, I was going somewhere or I was on the middle verge of going from one place to another, and it kind of really consumed me. And I lived this life where anything can happen at any time, and it was great. But one day I just woke up and realized that I don't have the ability like a lot of people do to just sit down, focus in life, have some discipline, direct yourself towards something. I decided to just like dedicate my entire self to gaining this mindset, this ability. I think it's been definitely the biggest challenge of my life. Okay, I've never had to actually struggle or work so hard for something. Most things that I did, they came naturally to me, and I was good with what I could naturally just be good at. But then to push myself beyond my limits of where the first obstacle comes, I think I'd never done that. So yeah, I did that, and I did that by trying to live a simple life in one place. Sleep at a good time, eat good food, exercise, and do what I need to do every day. And just being able to do that without the boredom sinking in. And I used to think it used to be so difficult for me. Okay, like, what am I doing here? I can just catch a train or go somewhere. It's so easy. Like, I remember once I wanted to go to Nepal. And I didn't have a ticket, I didn't have a plan, I didn't have anything. I just packed my bags. 20 minutes mein, I booked like a local standing ticket for 360 rupees. I went to Kurla station and I took a 37-hour train to Gorakhpur. I didn't have a seat, I was in the general compartment. I had my camera. I remember I was sleeping on the floor with paper. I was reading my book, sitting on the door, and I was having the time of my life. It is still one of the best train rides of my life. It was really hard to just not run away again and just do that. And I think the biggest source of strength to be able to do this was to see everyone around me do it every day, like they've been doing. Everyone around me doing it every day. I used to tell myself, everyone is doing it. If everyone is doing it, surely I have the ability within me to do it. So yeah, that's what I did. I traveled when work came to me. Obviously, traveling is so much in our blood now that even when we don't travel, we end up traveling a lot. So I traveled for work and did some interesting projects that way. And yeah, I think that's largely been my life the last few years. Kind of bringing balance to myself as a well-rounded person in terms of habits and discipline. And I don't know, I feel now that it's going to like make me the person who can realize his true potential down the line. Let's see how that works out. Let's see. Or was this all just a goddamn waste of time and I should have just stayed on the train?
Oh Lord.
I don't know. It's my best bet. So yeah, that's my journey in a nutshell. What was your journey like?
Well,
I know what your journey was like.
not too different from his. But around the end of our Southeast Asia trip, while we were in Thailand, I did something that surprised even me. While we were still in Thailand, I enrolled myself for a master's degree course in Uttarakhand, and flew back to India, and within a week moved to the small town in Uttarakhand, which completely changed my life.
I remember where exactly we were when you told me. Do you remember where? You don't remember where exactly we were? We were in the play area of a decathlon in Thailand, in Chiang Mai. and we had just bought in skateboards. I think they
Yeah.
had like a super sale on skateboards, and we didn't even know how to ride skateboards. And like, they're so cheap. Let's try them. And suddenly,
Skateboards worth 12,000 Indian rupees
1400.
were available
We bought them
for
for 1400 rupees.
1400. It was a mad sale.
And I remember we were trying the skateboards out, and Nino comes to me and tells me, I have enrolled for a master's in yoga. I'm like, what? Okay. We were traveling together already for 3-4 years non-stop. And then she's like, oh, I'm going to Rishikesh because I'm doing my master's.
Yeah, so I did well, exactly that. Came back to India, and within a week I moved to a small town in Uttarakhand and started studying for my master's in human consciousness and yogic sciences, which, like I said before, completely changed my life. I took a deep dive in yogic scriptures and ancient Indian texts like the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads. Started this journey towards a more disciplined, towards a more grounded life. Became a morning person. I was suddenly waking up at 4:30 in the morning and meditating and practicing yoga, and then going to college and studying with all these wonderful people, and had the most wonderful teachers. I think what mostly changed was my inner rhythm. I found discipline, not the harsh, rigid kind, but one rooted in self-awareness. I stopped chasing and started absorbing more. I always believed that travel was about discovering the world, but during these 2 years, I realized that travel can also mean staying in one place long enough to discover yourself. I can't say that I found all the answers to all my questions, but I have definitely started walking down that road, and sooner or later I will get there. I'm happy I took the time off. Maybe now I'm one step closer to the person I want to become in life.
What person is this? What are your goals? Who do you
I
want to become?
I want to
Become
become calmer in life. I want to become calmer in life. See, like I'm like a rabbit on cocaine all the time. I want to.
I remember, because obviously when you told me, and I was trying to come to terms, like, okay, you're going this, that, and like, but why and all that. Like, I want to become more calm. I don't want to be so angry in life. And I think sometime I was hopeful also that, wow, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Can you imagine, like, Nino not screaming at you? I can't imagine. It's never happened. These journeys don't always go the way you want them to go.
No, your only job is to start, and then the road will take you where it has to take you. If there's one thing you need to learn about life, is that it's not in your control.
Why don't you talk about how particular you became about having things clean, and how you want your house to be kept and all that? Those little things that I had personally not seen traces of before.
I feel like the ghost of Monica from Friends just like took over me. Because for the first time in life, I actually had a place that was mine and only mine. I didn't have to share it with you, or I didn't have to share it with my parents or with other friends. In the beginning, for some time, I had housemates and stuff like that, but then eventually I just moved to a house that was just mine. And I realized that it's really like a privilege like no other. To have a small place, I had like a really small place, but to have it all to myself, if I leave something there, I will find it there. And I am responsible for all the cleanliness, and my house used to be spick and span, okay? I miss living alone.
What I did find out about Nino during that time was that she has an incredible talent of decorating houses and like just creating very cozy living spaces.
Yeah. I changed so many houses actually in those 2 years. It was very fun. But even when we were hopping around in life, one of the great pleasures of this kind of a life, that you get to live in so many different kinds of spaces and call it home for a little while, and then dismantle that life and then start a new life somewhere else in a new home. Now this could be on top of a rock, or it could be in a tent, or it could be just like in a random lawn in a random green pasture, or it could be between four walls, or it could be on a mountain or next to a beach, or it's, yeah, we've done that so many times. For the first time in life, I actually got to do it for a longer duration, and oh boy, did I enjoy myself.
I remember one of the first places where I had it all to myself was the horse farm in Turkey. I was living on a horse farm with 14 horses. So it was 14 horses and me. That's all. No one else. I think there was an orange farm 1.5 kilometer down the road, but other than that, there was no one else there.
Yeah, he decided to do this just after I left.
Yeah. Yeah, it's living just like this. How was your experience cooking all this time?
I think cooking.
I think you learned cooking during these times.
Are you
no?
crazy? Who was cooking for you on our first Great Indian road trip?
I remember someone was burning the food for me.
Well, that only happened like thrice. It's because we were too busy stargazing when the khichdi was.
Yeah, but I think that time it was khichdi or dalia or basic things.
But
like
also had
you started
to be
making karele ka sabzi and a lot of these little details you started going into.
Yeah.
I think we developed more as homely people.
I think cooking and doing the dishes are two very, very therapeutic chores.
There is some therapy for you right now waiting. You want some therapy? Please go ahead.
Also realize that you can only do these two things when you have all the time in the world. And it was easier for me to do everything because I lived in a small town where I didn't have much of a social life. So
but
sometimes days felt like they were 30 hours long, you know. I would wake up at 4 a.m. and by 9 o'clock my day would already be like done. Like I was done with everything that I had to do for the day, and the rest of the day I would just get to like do whatever. So I would just go to the river, swim.
Yeah, so I was actually going to just mention this, that for you, this life that you led in Rishikesh wasn't very different from the tribal life that we were living, other than the fact that you were in one place for a longer time. Because you were still going to swim in rivers, going to waterfalls,
Yeah.
and just going around exploring stuff and things like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely had fewer buildings around me. Sorry.
Were we still traveling?
Yes. But the nature of these trips was very different because firstly, they were not as long as
Yes, I think the duration.
what we were used to.
The duration, I think, because when we're talking to people also, the duration of our trips is like what takes them
Months
first.
and
Like,
months.
how long were you there for? 5 days? 7 days?
How about 5 months?
Yeah.
But yeah, we were taking regular people trips around this time where we would just go somewhere for like longest being 2 weeks.
Say it like that. I don't know why that sounds so depressing.
And secondly, we weren't really traveling to document around this time. We were, our trips were more about, our trips were more like an extension of our life at the time. We would still try to stick to the routine, still try to do all the things that we were doing in life otherwise also, like studying, say for example, or meditating, or practicing, or working out, or we would still wake up early in the morning, go to bed at a good hour, and we were basically trying to live like a slow, peaceful, more conscious, more self-aware kind of life. No? Was that not the case for you?
No, I think we had set out to do achieve all these goals that we had set before ourselves. But I think we found out soon enough that just because we've decided to achieve these goals doesn't mean those goals are just going to come to our feet. And I think it was going away, coming back during this whole time. So we were traveling, but definitely not like that. For me, travel was very different personally because I was traveling for work mostly. Like I'd go to place where I'd commissioned a project or something like that. Or take small 2 to 3 day trips here and there.
Yeah.
So if you call that travel, then yeah.
Most people do.
For me, I think the best trips I had during this time were these 2 projects that I had commissioned where I had to go across India and shoot the different cities. And so I wasn't there with myself into it. I was just shooting the cities, and my favorite destinations, and I had a lot of creative freedom. And I went to 11 cities all across India. Delhi, as a traveler for the first time.
He's not open with Delhi.
No, because I've been to Delhi always as a transition.
Yeah,
I've
me
always
too.
been to Delhi because I'm going to some place from Delhi. Like when the first time we went to Delhi together, do you remember?
Yes, we were going to Ladakh.
We were going to Ladakh. I think
Yeah.
it was our very first trip together.
It was our second trip together.
Was it after Turkey?
Yes.
Okay. So it was one of our very first trips in India together, and we went to Delhi only to sleep there overnight so that we could go to Ladakh the next day.
Yeah.
And it's always worked out that way. But for the first time, I went to Delhi as a traveler to go see Chandni Chowk, Parathe Wali Gali, go to the different monuments. I remember I went there as a school kid, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, especially in terms of food. Like,
Yeah.
and then I went to Agra to see the Taj Mahal. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
can't believe
I joined him when
you were
he
there
was
for,
in Agra.
and it was the first time I saw the Taj Mahal, and I was blown away. Like, I was really blown away. And I think we went there 3 times in the span of 2 days.
Yeah, every
In
day,
the
early
morning,
in the morning, we would.
And then in the evening also. You also did travel a lot for work recently.
Yeah, a fair share.
You went to South Korea.
Yeah, South Korea was after. South Korea was a lot recent.
went back
while
to
while I was still in my break zone, I went to Thailand. I went to Abu Dhabi with my mother.
You went to Abu Dhabi with your mom, to Yas Island.
And then yeah, I joined you a little bit here and there on your trips. And then I think we went to Chennai and then Mahabalipuram for one of our friends' weddings. And
Oh, yeah,
sort of clubbed that with a surf trip.
Mahabalipuram. Yeah, we went to Mahabalipuram also.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we had like a nice quiet time.
Yeah, and you also casually did a road trip from Kashmir to Kanyakumari in the middle.
Oh yeah. But that was also recent. That was this year in March.
And,
yeah, fair share of travel. Just the nature was, well, very different. Not something that
yeah.
I'm used to now anymore.
Yeah.
So, the next question is, what made us pick up the camera again?
I don't know. I saw you guys.
He wants to go.
I think we didn't decide. I think life decided for us.
A very, very fun opportunity came along. And
Yeah, it was like a golden
an
egg just
offer
dropped
was
in our lap.
made to us that we could not refuse.
Somehow we managed to find a place in an army garrison in a field posting deep in the jungles of Arunachal Pradesh. A place neither of us have been to, but have heard amazing stories about. Stories of their rain, stories of their dense jungles, massive waterfalls, clear waters, big rivers, the unique tribal cultures. And we got to experience all of this with the Indian Army. So when this chance came, I think in Tom and Jerry, you know how like Tom swallows a magnet and all the metal things are like just coming to his belly and attaching. I think like the camera just whoop karke just came to the hand like what?
Because under no circumstance we were going to go there without our cameras. It was just something we had to document. And that is what our next series is about. Our adventures in Arunachal Pradesh, in this valley called Tooting, where we spent a couple of months and had the best time of our lives.
And we are so excited to finally release these episodes and show you guys what we went there and did. Yeah?
Yeah.
And just to give a little glimpse as to what we did, what was your favorite little section of that trip?
Ooh. We went to this waterfall, which was deep inside this jungle. And nobody has officially ever made it to the bottom of this waterfall. But we, along with um, some local navigators and our friends of the Indian Army, actually made it there. And I don't want to say too much. I don't.
This waterfall was too.
No. Let's not say
Okay.
too much.
Okay. We went to this amazing waterfall. One of my favorite things was the mountain party that we crashed at Losar, the New
Oh
Year's
yes,
party.
yes, mountain party.
Yeah, the mountain party.
Yeah.
The
But we got
mountain
invited
party.
to New Year celebration at this local family's house, and they just invited us into their home, and well, got us very drunk on a pong.
Apong is local alcohol, sharab.
Made out of millet.
So it's very healthy. I don't know if you can stress this enough, but we were living with the Indian Army, which was a whole journey in itself. Like doing that anywhere would have been an experience, and to do it there was completely different. It was freezing cold. Patrols marching down with SIG rifles, those old school Maruti Jeep vans driving around here and there, the discipline that kind of they had, the lifestyle that we lived there.
Yeah.
In contrast to the moment we'd get out of the garrison, what kind of life would kind of hit us. I mean, everything from like delicious food being so feverishly being prepared and given to us compared to just having a chutney in our plate and saying, "Ye keede ki chutney hai." And both these things happen within the same day. So the contrast of life that we lived there also was amazing.
Yeah.
Why?
Also different
But
kinds
comfortable.
of cultures, because so many. I mean, this place has the presence of course, the Indian Army, but also the people indigenous to this valley are Buddhist also and Adivasi also, and yeah, that.
Oh yeah, and we go deep. It's not just surface. Like we go deep into their cultures. Yeah, we saw a lot of cool festivals, things that we would never get to see anywhere else, and in the true sense, like we always heard Adivasis, you know, and in the true sense to actually experience what the life with the tribe is like, and to break our stupid perception of what Adivasis are like and to actually understand what they are really like.
And we feel so lucky and privileged to have actually gotten this opportunity to experience their lives with them. They were so welcoming and so warm that they actually invited us to their homes and to all their festivals and treated us like we were one of them. Towards the end of it, we did maybe feel like a local.
And it was a relatively short trip, only 2 months.
We're just so grateful to God
And
for blessing us with this beautiful life. And what? Can you stop tokoing me? Go ahead.
That's
I'm
how we
a calm person.
I wanted to say that I'm also very grateful to you, who's actually
That was what I was going to say next. But okay. Go
so
ahead.
Do you want to say?
No. Go ahead now, you.
I'm very grateful to you. Firstly, if you're watching this after our big disappearance and you found this video and you're actually watching and you watched so far, I am very grateful to you for being so invested and enjoying this, because without you there'd be like no us to actually wanting to do this, because we could do like those kind of trendy videos which has like a nice documented success rate and retention rate and all that, but it's not our style. And without you, the unique person who's actually sitting and watching this, we wouldn't have a place for us. So we're very grateful for you to keep watching. And good news is,
We're back.
say it so that you don't scare them. We're back. We're back. We're back. It's like a frog attacking someone.
Stop it. The good news is that we are back. And now you want to say everything, yeah. You ruined my flow. We're back. We have new series coming out about our Arunachal adventures. Stay tuned. Once again, thank you so much. Please like, comment, share with your friends maybe, and subscribe. This is the Gadabout Pilgrims signing off.
See you soon.